Barri Rafferty, CEO of Ketchum, thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for being here.
All right.
Thrilled to have you.
We're going to do a walk and talk.
Let's do it.
How do you define media these days?
We look at media as the broadest interpretation, right? You and I have followers and we're doing media right now. But what we want to make sure is that our clients get into every form of earned media, but we also amplify it with paid today so we can get the greatest reach.
Fantastic. And it's all changing. I mean, it used to be traditional media, TV, print, radio, and it's not just social media. Not all internet media is social. So how do you even define a company that was originally, I guess you're actually almost 100 years old, right?
We are 100 years old, believe it or not, and we look at ourselves as a communications consultancy today so that we can tap all types of media. We are going to see today how much content we develop here. We're going to look at StoryWorks over here.
Yeah, what's happening over here? Let's see what these folks are doing.
What's great about StoryWorks is every morning, on behalf of our clients, we sit down and look at what's trending online. How do we fit our clients into this story? So I was just talking to them a minute ago and they were telling me there's a lot going on in the Instagram and Facebook world today about claims.
Ooh.
How many times have you read miracle this?
Every day.
Not so good anymore.
No.
So these guys every day are sending out what we call page one to our clients and our creatives around the world, helping our clients fit into the news cycle, because the greatest way to get media is to tie into the stories that actually people want to hear and are already talking about, not just pushing your own as we used to do in the old days.
Right. Oh, that's exciting. And there is always an importance of story and storytelling. Does it really always come back down to that?
It always comes back down to that. And what we find today is people have no patience. You know how much time are you willing to wait before your eyes click onto something else?
Seconds or less.
Less than
nanoseconds.
goldfish.
Less than goldfish.
Yes, goldfish have a greater attention span than we do today. It's about 7 seconds. If a headline doesn't catch your eye, if the graphic doesn't work for you, or the video is not engaging, you're out.
Wow.
That's it. So our people have to work harder and harder to develop that incredible concept. Let's go this way.
All right. She's taking me everywhere. We're going to see the sprawling New York City headquarters here. And so we have seconds and to get people's attention. And the company originally started as an advertising agency.
We did.
Obviously continue to grow and it's so much more. In fact, let's see where we're going here. We'll turn this way.
All right. So, yes, we used to have a yellow page division, and now we have an animation division. Who would have thought?
Really?
So right here in our Ketchum Content Studio, this is where a lot of the storytelling begins, right? We're creating video, short form, long form, all types of animation, infographics, video graphics, right? The goal is to get your attention, but explain sometimes complicated issues really simply.
Right. So we'll keep walking here to see more of the New York City headquarters. So there's a lot of content just created right in-house. And I before they were talking about sizzle reels for some businesses. And I guess really nowadays, we can be the media, meaning any company can go and build their own content.
Yeah.
Ideally, it's better if they go through someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of content, and some of it can be done right on phone. Some of it can be done high end on documentaries and other things. What we try to do.
I'm going the wrong direction over here.
That's where they do a lot of the artwork still.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, what I would say, we look at the agency today, and we're going right now through our social and our analytics area, as we look at the agency as a left brain, right brain. Right? The left brain has become more and more important, the analytics side. What we want to make sure is that we can do precision targeting today with that content to reach people. We also want to make sure, right, we're getting the right insight about people. What are they interested in? What's going to engage them? Where in the sales cycle do we need to get that content to them? And then we need evidence-based creative. I know, new term, right?
Yeah.
So
we want new things on this show.
What we believe with evidence-based creative is that the better, more specific, more analytics-driven our brief is, the better creative outcome we're going to get.
Wow. So these days it's all about numbers and data. Is there too much data?
A lot of
Oh, go this
companies
way.
have
The
way
TV's
too
data.
much data, because with big data today, the hardest part is figuring out what in that mix is really important. What's going to drive the right, in this case, creative, the right content, the right understanding. Here we are in our studio. We got to train people also to deliver those messages too, right?
Fantastic, exciting stuff. Yeah, so
You wanna
and
sit
we have
for
to,
1
Laura,
minute?
let's take a seat.
Let's do it.
So it's important for us to focus on that data, and I guess as there becomes more and more data, it just means that your company has to make sense of all of it.
We do. So we use precision marketing to really target what channels that data is going to be most well perceived. We're also using AI to identify influencers. Influencer relations and influencer management has become a big part of business today. Why? Because we all are looking for different third parties and people that we trust to deliver those messages. So we look at influencers that could be micro influencers, right? That have small followings but really deep in an industry or an area. Or macro influencers, the bigger celebrities and athletes and things that you want to endorse products, but still has to be real today.
So I saw you speaking at an event about the future of PR, and that was the big, hot topic, influencers.
Yeah.
So when a company like yours says, hey, we want to reach a certain audience, is it just about social media followers? Can somebody be an influencer in another way?
Yeah. So
How?
we look at both reach and relevance.
Oh.
Okay, because you might have something that's very niche, right? If you're looking at blockchain, you might have experts, right, that have a small following but are really influential and have more relevance than somebody that might have a huge financial channel but not be as specific in that genre. So what we look for is what do we want to communicate? Who is the best person to communicate that, the most believable, the most authentic, and that also when we use influencers is going to take our client's story and help explain it and deliver it.
So could it be a professor, college professor, an author, somebody who
Could be a
people see as the
professor. For
expert?
Jameson, we did a great neighborhood program. We used bartenders, barbers, local musicians, right? People in that community who the community follows, because that's who you're going to follow to say, what's the cool thing to drink or do in my local bar?
Right.
So we didn't need huge reach. We just needed reach in those communities to create word of mouth.
Wow, exciting about what ends up being an influencer. Who ends up being your barber might be an influencer.
That's right,
They
exactly.
they talk to everybody in the community, so that makes
Right,
sense.
It's a big hub, right? So think about it, but not huge reach, but huge relevance.
Right. Last couple of questions. Another big exciting area, the voice internet, or AI, I should say. I'm mixing the two of them together, but voice internet like Alexa and Google services, anything else where we speak Siri, we're speaking to Siri.
Yeah.
How is a company like yours paying attention to that? How is it different?
Well, when you look at voice, I mean, my son is 20-something, right? I mean, he goes into his home, Alexa, turn on the lights. The lights in the house go on the way he wants them. Alexa, what's the news today? Reads the news off Alexa, right? So all of a sudden, people are asking, Alexa, order this product for me. How you use your voice is different than how you type or write. So we're having to look at different search words, right? When we write a headline today, we're search optimizing it. Now we're looking at voice optimization. How do you get your brands to come up to the top in your news stories? So there's a lot of new work to be done in this area, but voice is definitely the cutting edge right now in things that we're looking at.
And you said at the beginning of the interview, our brain thinks differently when we do different types of searches. Right. So you have to figure that out, I guess, in helping your clients.
So it all comes back, truthfully, to the left brain, the right brain, right? Spend the time on the analytics, sift through all that data to really get to good insights, good targeting, so you can figure out and have the evidence-based creative, because the creative has to be cool, hot, engaging, and as we said, even more creative than before.
If you say to your clients, the hot topics, AI and blockchain, if you say we're going to use blockchain to help your company, do they have any idea what the heck is going on, or does it Is it something new that we could bill for? I don't know.
Our financial clients are pretty good at it these days,
yeah.
but I mean, I think people don't even realize, like, we're using AI every day in our databases. We have a platform called Maestro that is helping us identify that barber in that local market by, you know, really looking at them. So the data on these stacks that we're using are helping inform everything that we do today. And our people and our clients sometimes don't even realize that it's powering what we do.
It's so exciting. The future of media and PR is already here, and it continues to change. One last question. This is just business related and CEO related for you. I read somewhere that you sometimes employ what's called a reverse mentorship.
I do.
It sounds so cool. Tell us what it is.
So I love, this industry is changing so fast, having younger people mentor me. And in fact, I'm headed to China and India next week, and that's where I actually have some mentors right now, because I think what they're doing there in social commerce and some of the audience segmentation work that they're doing there with the huge populations is helping inform what we bring to the agency in the US. So go for the young people, spend time with them. It's amazing what you're going to learn from them.
It is amazing. Barri Rafferty, thank you for being here.
Thank you.